Hi, good morning again. Busy India. I hope you are in your office. I'm Vatsal Shah again, your host for Business Track today. And then today we have a first speaker from USA, and she's Marsha Naidoo, one of my good friend. And you know her for hosting for all of us Meet Magento New York for many many years. If you are in Magento community and if you don't know Marsha, I think then you are an alien. She's also been part of Magento community, or you can say Magento Association's committee member, and contributing in all different areas, and then helping Magento be a better ecosystem. Earlier, she was working with hosting company, which is Mage Mojo, and now she is country head at Chris Techno Labs. Today, she is going to share her experience about a case study with the client, and then how a small retailer, or you can say wholesaler, can paint the world with the glory. She's going to talk about that case study. Marsha, over to you, and thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Vatsal, for that really warm welcome. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. Good morning once again. By the way, it is only just morning for me in the US. I just realized a little earlier today that in 2020, on this day, exactly 1 year ago, I was physically in Mumbai at MM20 IN. It is an honor to be speaking at an event hosted from such an incredibly colorful country. I am here to tell you about two women who are rapidly coloring our world, one can of paint at a time. Paula Blankenship and Melissa Osborne of Heirloom Tradition Paints. Their company sells paint in 3 sizes, but not just any paint, all in one paint. No sanding, no stripping, priming, or sealing. You can even paint leather. Yes, leather, vinyl, and smooth fabrics with ease. HT Paints was founded in 2013 in Paula's kitchen. They started on BigCommerce and rapidly gained the attention of their target audience. They reached out to Krish and migrated to Magento. They have an impressive social media, and Paula is a bona fide celebrity. But why is this of any interest to us? This is the HT Paint story. An increase of 120% in revenue after upgrade. An increase of 140% in monthly visitors. A decrease in page load time to 2.6 seconds. Before we get to how they did it, let's think back to our own home painting projects. There's so many questions, right? Where do you start? Do you need primer? How much? What kind of paint? What color? What tools? What if you totally mess up? And it's just worse than when you started. And if you're buying online, how do you figure it all out? Krish put their heads together with Paula and Melissa and Magento to remove the guesswork. They needed to get their clients exactly what they needed and the quantity they needed directly from the manufacturer, and support them with a community of people working on their own projects. Now, if you meet Melissa, you will understand when she says get it done, you get it done. Yesterday. How did we remove the guesswork? Enter the project calculator. This is a screenshot of their site, allinOnePaint.com. If you ask me, this project calculator is brilliant. Before you can access the calculator, enter your email address. Next, choose your project. Are you working on your kitchen and bath, furniture, auto, recreational, exterior? Now, if you're anything like me, you will not look only at the project you went to the site for. It piques your interest, right? I was like, furniture sets? I can paint a couch? So yes, I reviewed all the amazing things I can do in the future, and I am hooked. Not only that, they have my email address. So I'm quite sure I'll be getting constant encouragement, special offers, and coupons. Don't you love coupons? But I'm doing it again. Back to our project. Once you select your project type, Let's go with kitchen and bath. Next, you get to select specifics like, are you planning on painting cabinetry, tile, countertops, or appliances? Let's go with cabinetry. In the kitchen, what's next? Size. How large is your project? You can choose an image that matches your project size, as opposed to guessing what small, medium, or large might mean. I think my kitchen is small. Then pick a color. Lots of great colors. Cashmere looks great. Next, technique. Antique or not? I think not. And here's everything you need for your project, including the tools. That was easy. Add to cart. You have earned 2,540 reward points as a discount off your next purchase. Thank you, Magento Native feature. There's more. Included with your order is a free color selector card, which you can hold up to your next project, making it easier to make your next purchase. This color selector card, by the way, is painted with the actual paint and not a printed representation. The order summary also lists other items you may want. Impressed? The project calculator is more ingenious than you may immediately realize. Apart from being a calculator, it is a project finder. Trust me, visit allinonepaint.com and you will soon be browsing the amazing things you can do, especially if you join their Facebook group. The project calculator is a huge win for the store owner and the customer. It reduces reliance on the customer service team. HT had a small team on the phones outside of the warehouse team. They realized their biggest inefficiency was answering the same question over and over again to make sure the customer was happy and help them complete the purchase. Just think how many team members and interactions would be required if not for the calculator. It also reduces the burden on the chat function to answer those kinds of questions throughout the day in various time zones. What's more, think of the complexity of attempting to describe the size of your project and the dimensions attached to whatever small, medium, or large may mean to each of us. The calculator uses pictures to make that easy. This is not a native Magento feature. Magento allows for customizable or configurable products like paint in various colors and sizes. But it would be tough to set up the number of possible product combinations with home improvement projects like paint for a kitchen versus living room, various sizes of kitchens, techniques, etc. The Finder allows for this complexity. The magic is that we can select various options and presto, get back all the products we need to finish the project. In addition, we've taken care of customer service, reduced the same tedious questions that were asked over and over, as well as addressed the increasing staffing requirement. Now you're impressed. And it gets even better. The project calculator is enhanced with Klaviyo for specific marketing to potential clients that need the nurturing. Yes, the abandoned carts. We set up Klaviyo to track specifically at which step in the calculator they dropped off, and based on that, in what marketing categories to place them. Then trigger personalized, relevant information or assistance based on that category and selections made in the calculator. That was a mouthful. Think about how many times you have started your shopping process only to be stuck on a particular decision, like color. That's a huge decision, right? Maybe you never go back again. Others may get all the way to the end and not check out, even if they remember to pick up on it. will they find that same site again? So they may never go back. Remember step 1 on the calculator? There's a prompt to enter an email address. In fact, it's required. With Klaviyo's tracking tool, which you can, of course, deploy on Magento, you can set it up so those who abandon the cart can, for example, get an email not too long afterward, and maybe you send another reminder a day later. But what content will help close the sale? Working with Klaviyo allowed us to draw useful information. Klaviyo's custom set of tracking scripts is tied into our custom project calculator. So we can identify the customer not only by email address, but project type. If they are looking to work on their kitchen or a smaller project like a stool, for example, you are clear on the potential transaction value. Also, if the project is kitchen cabinets and the customer left at the color selector, sending pictures of beautiful looking kitchens in available colors may help them make a decision and complete the purchase. We made sure Paula and Melissa have what they need to sell the dream and the reality. Potential customers can see what their kitchen would look like to help them check out. If the customer got past the color selection but did not check out, we can make assumptions like they may be afraid of messing up. So what do they need? Videos. And there are hundreds of Paula working on various projects from start to finish, showing just how easy it is to use various products, and links to endless testimonials of people just like them who finished their projects and loved it. They're only mad they did not do it sooner. HT Paints can market completely differently to those who left before completing a purchase, since they have information they need to make assumptions on the reason a potential client did not check out. The Color Club is a subscription-based service, and sign-up is offered right at checkout. To receive a new surprise color every month, subscribers are charged every month for the size they chose to receive. Subscriptions can be paused or skipped for a particular period. From a business standpoint, enabling subscriptions as part of checkout flow increases the lifetime value of a client from a one-time purchase to a monthly relationship. Paula's subscribers love supporting the brand. I can imagine there are people out there with shelves of these colors released every month, keeping an eye on tutorials released and updating their list of projects for their home improvement. Subscriptions are not out of the box with Magento, but it is increasingly popular. We used the Mage Delight subscription extension, which you probably already know well. The card details, by the way, are saved under the payment gateway, so it's not a liability for the store owner. The Color of the Month Club runs on the first of every month, so pausing or canceling has to occur before the first. The color is usually a surprise until it ships, and it can't be contested or returned. This club accounts for a substantial value for the business, so a platform that allowed for subscriptions was a huge win. This same Mage Delight module, FYI, also allows for alerts to customers that they are about to be charged, so they can opt out or make changes to make for a better buying experience. It also allows for customers to update their credit card details. I will share later more about the move from BigCommerce, but for now, HT Paints could not set up the Color Club within the same BigCommerce store. Paula had to set up a link to another BigCommerce store, the Color Club, so the customer was taken to a second store and needed to log in to sign up for the subscription. Moving over to Magento allowed us to bring that subscription into the same store and into the checkout process. And it offers subscription management. The Heirloom Traditions Paint official Facebook group has over 286,000 members. My understanding from Melissa is they get in front of over 200 million. They have built an influencer network. They're continuously working on projects, contests, and giveaways. Anytime they go live, their motivated audience is excited to leave comments. They get to see firsthand how projects are done and how quickly and effortlessly it is done. Even the paintbrush is branded, and there's an engaged audience chatting live in the group. Paula and Melissa have an amazing personality, and they come off as regular people just getting it done. Their sets are familiar environments, like, hey, I'm at my mom's place. I just had to work on this really dated fireplace. All it's going to take is 2 coats, and she gets it done with ease right there in the live stream. Customers walk away feeling like if she can do it, so can they. Being able to see a project from beginning to end is enabling. Enter the project calculator to help them select based on pictures what their projects look like and purchase just what they need. It's also motivating this Facebook group to join the Color Club. And if they already have a collection from their Color Club, they can just log on to the channel and get ideas of what to do with it. It's all about the experience and the relationship. As Melissa puts it, do you know the owner of Valspar Paint Company? HT Paint's clients trust Paula and Melissa. They even invite them to their homes. Krish helped HT Paints migrate from BigCommerce to Magento Cloud. We understood their pain points and realized there were features they needed that required Magento. Heirloom Traditions was already seeing growth on BigCommerce, as well as their Facebook following. Their BigCommerce bills were based on their specific plan, plus a volume of sales, and with additional growth, their cost would increase. A move to Magento would not increase their platform cost. Order fulfillment, simply stated, they were backlogged on orders, selling way more than they could fulfill on time. In addition, they were motivating clients to get on their projects done in live streams, and they had to get their product in the client's hands right away. They did not have a warehouse management system or ERP. They were using BigCommerce Admin for accounting, inventory control, purchasing. So the order was being passed through another system for fulfillment. What they wanted was to be able to sort orders by shipping method. So prioritize orders for which priority shipping was paid, and prioritize replacement shipments. If a customer needed replacement, they'd already waited for the initial order, right? So having to wait again would just be bad customer service. HT Paints are big on coupons. On BigCommerce, it was necessary to use accumulated reward points to buy a coupon code, which was then sent by email. Then a customer had to remember to use it. With Magento, a customer can use the discount directly. It can be simply applied to a purchase. You get points for what you spend and can easily apply it in your next transaction. They did not have many SKUs to migrate. They just had to be very good at selling what they had. They had to stay on top of customer service, and this was consuming lots of time. They realized their biggest inefficiency, yes, was answering the same question repeatedly to complete the sale. They tried building an FAQ on BigCommerce, but it did not quite have the CMS functionality they needed. It did allow for a product search. So To get around that, they created products that were questions and answers. So how much paint do I need would come up as a search result. Of course, on Magento, we can build out content pages, products, etc. And with Elasticsearch, we can search content pages, blogs, etc. So they saw the value of being able to get their info to their customers in a more efficient way. BigCommerce for HT Paint was a good channel on which to sell, but their business had grown complex. Magento allows for access to the code, so it does make it easier to understand how the platform works and how to integrate with it. Of course, there's a risk to that, which is why working with an agency like Krish is advisable. Moving to Magento, Krish helped the client get what they needed from their website. Paula and Melissa simply bet on themselves. They removed their products from the traditional retail channels where they were not entirely in control and started selling solely on their website. They pulled out of their brick and mortar store where they had successful distribution. The direct to consumer market was a clear path with a higher margin. Great decision also considering the impact on brick and mortar stores last year. In just a couple of months, they improved their revenue by 120%. Just a few years ago, it would have been a dream to sell at a large local chain. Traditionally, if a manufacturer tried to be a distributor and retailer, it was not easy. With the technology we have today, with a great product and a clear message, being able to own manufacturing, customer experience, distribution, marketing from head to toe can be incredibly successful. It also cuts out the various levels outside of your control where profit margins are touched. In addition, you control the messaging. Making the product and getting it to the end user is a revolution right now. HT Paint has taken on that revolution. Here's what the future looks like, and more of the reason that Magento was the platform of choice and Krish the agency to work with. Melissa and Paula envision using VR to see what a particular paint choice looks like under different lighting. Their questions are, can VR appropriately place a color on your wall or your cabinet and display what it looks like in sunlight or varying light conditions? Can we count on that being what it will look like once the brushstrokes are on? Can a cell phone display a true representation, or will that be just another guide in the buying journey? Can we connect the dots to reality? Nothing is perfect, but Krish will get as close as we can. They chose us so we can do this. Their roadmap looks great. We are excited to work on this with them and Magento, as well as all the amazing devs I have met on the Krish team. Thank you.
Marsha, certainly it was an insightful talk. We had a couple of questions, but as we are running short of time, you can answer them in person. I think one answer is already, a question was answered by a team member. But it was insightful talk from the user experience to buying calculator to customization to subscription, almost everything you covered. So thanks for that. And I hope this case study will help many other agencies to understand how they can consult clients better. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Vatsal. I'm moving over to the Krish Marketplace Lounge right now. So happy to talk to people there. Appreciate your time.
Yeah. Thank you, Marsha.
Bye.